1957, in the Norman River of Queensland, Australia, a shot was fired at a large saltwater crocodile. This was a big croc, but when the hunters approached the animal, it became apparent this was a modern-day monster. After measuring the beast, it was revealed to be possibly the largest crocodile ever recorded. This is the story of Krys the Savannah King. The story begins with the woman this crocodile is named after, Krystyna or Krys Pawlowski. She was a Polish immigrant that moved to Australia in the late 1940s but would become one of the most well-respected crocodile hunters in Australia. One Shot was her nickname, as she was known for having precise accuracy when shooting crocodiles. Krystyna and her husband Ron would get heavily involved in the crocodile hunting industry, selling the skins of the crocs they shot. However, it would be an unforgettable encounter in 1957 that would give them fame. In 1957, Krystyna shot a saltwater crocodile in the Norman River of Queensland, Australia. As Krystyna and Ron approached the crocodile, it became obvious that this was no normal croc. This was truly something seen from the Mesozoic. Ron measured the crocodile in the riverbank, and the crocodile measured 28 feet in length, making it one of, if not the largest crocodile ever to be recorded. As Krystyna and Ron tried to retrieve the crocodile, it became obvious this would be an impossible task. Pictures were taken of the crocodile and the carcass was left in the riverbank, never to be seen again. The crocodile would gain a legendary status and would be named Krys the Savannah King. A statue was even built to honor the massive reptile. Krys is considered to be the largest crocodile ever recorded, but the fact of the matter is, it's not. In fact, there are a few issues with the story of Krys the crocodile. The first fact is that there is nothing recorded to look back on. All we have is the word of these respected hunters. Also, this photo here is not Krys. This photo that's been floating around online claiming to be Krys was actually taken in 1914, not 1957. A clearer photo also shows how forced perspective was used to make the croc appear bigger, so the crocodile shown here is most likely not even 20 feet. In addition, the supposed photos taken of Krys were lost in the Brisbane floods of 1974, so there is no existing evidence to look back on to verify this croc. Another aspect that's suspicious is that, as far as I'm aware, no attempt was made to cut off the head of the animal, a common prize for croc hunters. However, there is one factor that should be brought up which gives some validity to the claims of Krystyna and Ron. This factor comes from this man trusting their story. The man pictured here is Graham Webb, and if you don't know who he is, he's considered one of the many grandfathers of modern crocodilian science. A good chunk of what we know about these animals right now comes from the research Graham Webb did starting in the late 20th century. He was quoted saying, "I spent 3 days talking with Ron, and everything else he told me about crocodiles turned out to be very precise indeed. I can't imagine him fabricating something like this." I actually contacted Graham Webb for verification of this quote, as I was writing a book that looked at the story of this crocodile, and he told me that both Krystyna and Ron were accurate observers of crocodiles and did not believe they'd make something like this up. He also told me how Ron always described the eyes of the crocodile as huge, like an apple. If true, the head of this crocodile must have been massive, like a modern-day Deinosuchus. While the story of Krys cannot be verified and therefore can't be considered the world's largest crocodile, it is indeed an interesting story if true. Only time will tell if we'll ever get to see another modern-day dinosaur like Krys. If you want to learn more about other giant crocodiles, I recommend my book, What We Get Wrong About Crocodilians, which looks at other various subjects like alligators and sewers, the Ramree massacre, the new crocodile species, regeneration in crocodilians, and more. It's only $14.99, and I wrote this for the most casual of crocodile lovers to the most hardcore of experts to enjoy. Get What We Get Wrong About Crocodilians today on Amazon and Lulu for physical releases, and Google Books and Gumroad for digital. I've been studying these animals since I was 3, and I poured my heart into this book, so I'd appreciate if you gave it a read. Like and subscribe for more croc content, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.